You must first be willing to help yourself. Well, I know some of y'all don't like me today. But you one of them folks that like to go out to dinner and never pay. Oh, I'm talking real today. You one of those people that like to go out to dinner and won't even, not only will you not pay, you won't even leave the tip. You're one of them people that'll take everything. The new terminology is they take us back. They'll take, but they ain't never giving nothing. Tappy road, tappy road. I hope I'm not sitting with nobody on this road that want to take and not give. You ain't gonna get nothing unless you give. See, the problem with this man was, if he wanted to get some help, he should have tried to help somebody. They tell your neighbor, if you want to help me, if I want you to help me, I must first help you. I said, look at your neighbor, tell your neighbor, before I can help you, you need to first act like that you want to help me. Some folks just walking in with their baby, looking around and saying, none of these. None of these. Jesus, who you talking about? Nobody trying to help me. You've been coming to this pool all this time, 38 years, and you don't know nobody. I ain't gonna hoop today, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get it before I sit down. You've been coming to do it for how long? And you still don't know nobody. I'm confused about this now because look like to me, you got to do something. You ought to find somebody. Help me, Holy Ghost. That you ought to be able to connect with. If you can't connect with the folk across the road, why don't you start with the person that you sit next to? You don't know nobody. How is it you don't know nobody? You sit on the same pew and call it your pew. That's my pew. That's my seat. How you sit in your seat on your pew beside the same individual? And your testimony is, I don't know. Well, since you don't know nobody, maybe that's why you ain't got no help. Can I hear you over this house? And maybe the reason why you don't know nobody is because everybody know you. You the one that go to dinner and never pay. You the one that don't tell us before you go to dinner that you ain't got no money. You the one that wait till the big check comes out, look in your purse, and say, I must have left my money at home. You the one that calls up and say, let's go to the flea market, let's go to the mall, and walk and ride all day long, and get out of the car, and start talking about how good a time you had. And he ain't never said nothing about no gas. So he ain't talking, he's talking real today. See, you the one. It's not none of them. The problem ain't them. The problem is you. Oh, it must be you. That's why you can't holler back at me. The problem ain't the ones on your road that don't know you. They saw you came in with your excuse. They saw you with your excuse. As a matter of fact, you've been wearing the same excuse for the last 38 years. At some point, somewhere, folks get tired of folk who are full of excuses. He said, Jesus, none of them trying to help me. Deacons ain't trying to help me. Pastors ain't trying to help me. Ministers ain't trying to help me. Deacons ain't trying to help me. Leaders of the church ain't trying to help me. Well, why are you still coming? This is the only place I can find where I might have a chance to get a little mercy. Jesus says to him real simply, he said, what you need said, what you need to do is you need to get up. Want a job? Want to live in a better place? Want to meet some new people? Want to change the atmosphere? You got to get up. Because if you don't get up, talk back to this somebody. If you're not going to get up, I feel it in my spirit. Somebody wants some prayer today. But you think you're going to sit back on the 10th row. And God will stop by that row. And if you want God to move, you got to press. Tap your neighbor's name. We got to get up. Some of y'all still hanging out in the same places, doing the same thing with the same people. Talking, I'm tired. The only way you're going to move to a new is George Jefferson and them. I'm going to move to the apartment up in the sky. You're going to have to first be willing to get up. I dare you to go down the road and tell your neighbor, I'm tired of being where I am. I'm tired of being tired. I'm getting ready to get up. So in order for me to help, in order for me to help, to get help, I first must help me. I don't need you to give me a hand now. I need to first help me. Before you ever ask anybody for help, first thing you ought to do is you must help yourself. Do I have a witness? I said before you ask for help, you ought to try to at least help yourself. I said before you even open your mouth and before you express your feelings, you ought to at least first do what you can do. And feel like Paul when he said in the book of Philippians, he said, I can do all things through Christ. Talk back to me, somebody, who strengthens me. In other words, when I'm looking to the hill, in Psalms 121, he said, I look to the hill from which cometh my help. Because all my help coming from the Lord. What kind of help he's going to give me? Paul said, here's the kind of help that he's going to give us. He's going to strengthen us. He's not going to pay you ill. He's going to give you some strength so you can get up and go get a job. Help me, somebody. He's not going to go get you a car, but he's going to give you some strength so you can get up, so you can go to that job every day and get paid every week, so that every week you can get a check. Do I have a witness? And when you get the check, he's not going to tell you what bills to pay. You got to know how to get up and pay the card note. Do I have a witness? Look at the neighbor. You gotta get up. You gotta get up. And then you gotta quit making excuses. Listen to what Jesus said. He said, get up. Take up your bed. That same thing that you're making excuses with. I don't know why you would come to the church and lay down and expect to get in the pool